to start. He's all hyped up because I just got home. There used to be this girl, Nina, and she originally like had a zine. This girl, actually. They stopped doing it though, and then I'm good friends with Nina, and I called Nina one day and I was just like, I want to start doing something again. Like, Girls BMX need something like this. So we started Yazine, which is this. I don't even know how long I made these for, maybe like a few years. It was cool though. I would reach out to companies and we would do like little ads and stuff, and that would help pay for the zine. And then Leo's gonna grab another toy. Leo, can you not right now? Oh, look at this photo. This photo's sick. This one is issue 7 from March 2013. This was how I lived, because it was, I got people to pay for ads, and that like paid for the zine to be printed, and then I sold them for, I think I started at $5, and then when I went to the thicker paper it was like $7 a zine. There wasn't many girls when I first started writing though, so the first contest that I entered, it was actually against guys. There wasn't really like any contest for girls until I would say maybe like after 5 years of riding. The only way I would see like other girls riding was YouTube, and Natalia was actually one of the girls that like I found on YouTube of her being a little kid, a little dork on a bike. And now she's beating me in contests. Like some of my best friends I've met through freaking social media. California is definitely unique in a sense that like it has so much to offer in every different aspect of riding. Like growing up in New York, I couldn't ride everything in one day. I couldn't go ride park, street, and dirt like I do here. Especially during the winter, it was like indoor park only. And then during the summer, being so young, you know, you'd have to drive through those places to go ride street. And I've traveled a decent amount, and so I mean, just from being like in the scene for a while and just seeing like what's out there, I definitely knew that like California was the dream to get to because of everything that there is out here. I moved here because I wanted to be close to the skate park, and I can literally ride my bike to the skate park. It's only a few blocks away. All the contests for us are all in park, because that's where most girls ride. Eventually, there's probably going to be street contests, but yeah, I think a typical day would be make some coffee, get up, maybe go to the beach for a little bit, and then later on, just go downtown and go street riding. The cool thing about cruising around downtown, you know, you can just kind of get lost and find a cool rooftop or whatever to just go look at the city, and then get to the bottom and there's a spot. It's just you get kicked out in like literally like 5 minutes. Like when I first moved to California, I originally like was stoked on all the parks here, but then learning about all the street and everything else, it's just like an extra bonus. It's super nice because I can just throw my bike on and cruise anywhere to the city, and super easy to find parking. There's some dirt jumps about an hour and 15 minutes north of here, and I grew up riding dirt, so dirt holds a special place in my heart. I feel like dirt is definitely like an art form, and just how they're built, and so many people are great at building them, and they're like these beautiful sculptures. For dirt, it's kind of like people build the flow of how it's gonna go, and you can sometimes change it up and split off like different lines or different transfers. And then for street, it's kind of like you have to find something to work with, and normally it's like if for hips or anything to jump, it's kind of like a one jump instead of a flowy line. feel like LA has more of like that New York hustle vibe, so and you can definitely feel that riding through the streets in downtown LA. Street is so unique. It's like so much different than park and dirt. It's just like you kind of have to go out and find your own thing and go ride it and figure out something to do on like a piece of art or a ditch. I know growing up I definitely didn't get to ride ditches in New York. There's so many, and it's like each ditch has something to offer different from like one up the road. You can find anything from like little hubbas to little gaps to hips. Sometimes people even have like DIY stuff in there where there's like little rails and stuff. Growing up, I lived in a small town, and so moving to a big city was definitely a lot of doors open, and just between the people to ride with and stuff to ride out here and the architecture and being able to ride different street spots and the ditches, it's just been so broadening to my career.